there, everybody. I am Angela Sharp, and of course, you're watching The Daily Mix. We're going to tell you everything going on in and around St. Louis. I'm assuming you did your clocks correctly, and now we're in the horribleness of it getting darker 1 hour earlier. But anyway, I'm assuming you all got that taken care of. You're all on track now. I hate it, but it's fine. Right after this show, I am taking off to go to Nashville. It, of course, is CMA week. It's the CMA Awards. I actually go down there. I've been going down there for like 10 years, and I now stay and hang out with and room with two women I met on a street corner. It sounds weirder than it is, I promise. I'll tell you more about it later, but I'm really excited about that. I'm also really excited because today, at the end of the show, we're talking Budweiser, guns, and hoses. If you know me at all, you know I love guns and hoses, and who better to talk about it than the VP of Budweiser Guns and Hoses, Jesse Finney. He is here with us today. He's gonna tell us everything you need to know. Tickets are going fast, so if you're gonna wanna get those tickets, he's gonna tell us how to do that too. So let's get started on today's Daily Mix. The 45th annual St. Louis Jewish Book Festival is now underway. This annual celebration of authors and books features a range of topics and discussions. 4 major authors are headlining this year's event, including Andrew Ria, Rebecca Minkoff, Martin Fletcher, and Mitch Albom. The 2-week event will also offer a diverse lineup of best-selling authors, journalists, historians, and more. The festival runs now through November 19th, with most events taking place at the Jewish Community Center. You can find a full lineup, tickets, and more information at stljewishbookfestival.org. And don't forget to check out my recent interview with Hannah Dinkle from the J for even more details about this event. You can find that on YouTube. So much fun. The Missouri Chamber Music Festival is celebrating its 14th season with a fun and festive trivia night fundraiser. Game Changers will feature categories inspired by some of their favorite board games. And of course, some music-related questions. The evening will also feature a silent auction, a wine pool, mulligans, and a 50-50 raffle. Game Changers Trivia Night will take place this Friday, November 10th, at the Heights in Richmond Heights. Visit mochambermusic.org for all the details. And don't forget to head downtown this Saturday for Veterans Day and help honor our veterans and those who have served. The day will start off with an annual St. Patrick's Center Veterans Day 5K. After that, the annual Veterans Day Parade will stop off at 18th and Olive and proceed to Soldiers Memorial, Military Museum, and Plaza, where a special ceremony and celebration will be held. There will also be a car show and a Missouri National Guard Hall of Fame induction ceremony. It all takes place Saturday, November 11th. To register and learn more about the 5K, visit stpatrickcenter.org/vet5K and visit mohistory.org/memorial for all the deets on the parade and ceremony. Dance St. Louis kicks off its 58th season this weekend with Trinity Irish Dance Company. This critically acclaimed international touring company is considered the birthplace of progressive Irish dance. The presentation will include a variety of 10 works along with live music. It's taking place Saturday, November 11th at the Two Hill Performing Arts Center, beginning with a free Speaking of Dance pre-show in the terrace lobby. For tickets and more information, visit dancestlouis.org. Okay, you guys, I am ready for this one. Tina, the Tina Turner musical, will make its St. Louis debut this November at the fabulous Fox Theater. Of course, the name says it all. This is the inspiring journey of the woman who broke barriers and became the queen of rock and roll. Tina Turner is one of the world's best-selling artists of all times. She won 12 Grammy Awards and performed live in front of millions throughout her career. The musical, set to a soundtrack of our most beloved hits, will take over the fabulous Fox November 14th through the 26th. This is one that I've got marked on my calendar. I really, really want to see this one. If you do too, visit fabulousfox.com. There you can find out how you can get some tickets. Cinema St. Louis is thrilled to unveil the 32nd annual Whitaker St. Louis International Film Festival this month. This year's festival kicks off with an opening night party celebrating 50 years of hip hop in St. Louis at the High Point Theater, Cinema St. Louis's new forever home, and will conclude with the awards party. Now, in between, you're going to find an impressive lineup of nearly 300 films. That's a lot of films, ranging from short films to narratives and documentary features. It encompasses 32 countries and 39 native languages. The festival runs November 9th through the 19th at the High Point and multiple venues across the city. You can find a full lineup and learn more at cinemastlouis.org. Now, director Alexander Payne will be making 2 appearances during the festival. Not only will he receive the Lifetime Achievement Award, but he'll be showcasing his modern classic, The Descendants. And his newest film, The Holdovers, is out right now in theaters. So how about this? How about we take a look at The Holdovers?
Sir, I don't understand.
That's glaringly apparent.
I can't fail this class.
Oh, don't sell yourself short, Mr. Coates. I truly believe that you can.
Every year at Barton Academy, students, faculty, and staff depart the campus for a 2-week winter break. But there are always an unfortunate few who have nowhere to go for the holidays. They're known as the Holdovers.
Mr. Hunnam.
Hello, Mary.
I heard you got stuck with babysitting duty this year. How'd you manage that?
You know, he used to be a student, right? Yeah, that's why he knows how to inflict maximum pain on us.
I thought all the Nazis were hiding in Argentina.
Stifle it, Tully. You just earned yourself a detention, sir.
Being here with you is already one big detention.
Son of a... That's another detention! Do you think I want to be babysitting you? No, I was praying your mother would pick up the phone or your father would arrive in a helicopter or a flying saucer.
My father's dead.
You don't tell a boy that's been left behind at Christmas that nobody wants him? What's wrong with you?
There's nobody here, okay? You stay out of my way, and I'll stay out of yours.
Let me sleep in the
Now, most of the kids dislike you, pretty much hate you. Teachers, too. You know that, right?
I find the world a bitter and complicated place, and it seems to feel the same way about me. I think you and I have this in common.
I don't think I've ever had a real family Christmas like this before. Thank you, Mary.
You're welcome.
History is not simply the study of the past, it is an explanation
Of the present.
I'd like to propose a toast to my 2 unlikely companions. You're gonna get me fired.
This is your Rubicon.
Do not cross.
The Rubicon.
The Holdovers.
Holdovers looks very interesting, and don't forget to check out the Whitaker Film Festival. You can see more about that, but you can see by the magic of television. I am joined by my guest, Jesse Finney. Thanks so much for joining me today.
Hey, thank you so much for having me. We're looking forward to it.
So, of course, Vice President of Budweiser Guns and Hoses. I think we talk about it every year because it's one of my favorite events. But if somebody's been living under a rock, what would you describe it as?
Oh, well, if you're living under a rock, come out and join us. The night before Thanksgiving, we cannot wait. It's a mix of boxing and mixed martial arts, and it's all for a great cause of the BackStoppers. 100% of the donations go right back to BackStoppers for first responders. It's absolutely an amazing event.
And so this is the 36th one, which is huge. We've got some photos out here that we're going to show later from like back in the day. Some really important, very cool people have been a part of this program.
Oh yeah, last year, I mean, we had Joe Buck was a part of it. Bob Costas comes in.
You're talking about last year. I'm talking about way back in the day.
That's just, but I'm talking last year too. I mean, yes, it started 36 years ago. I mean, it's an absolutely amazing event for St. Louis. Super proud of it. Thank you for being part of it as well.
Thank you.
I mean, it's an amazing event. Last year we donated $1 million. So in 36 years, we've donated approximately $11 million.
I mean, that is huge. And like you said, that goes to BackStoppers, which helps the families of those fallen first responders, which is obviously near and dear to their heart. But this is not just a really cool way to give money. There's a super big entertainment value here.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it's we try to say, listen, it's just not about the fights in the ring. We try to make it the whole atmosphere and make it a whole night. Anybody can come. It's all ages event. A lot of rich traditions of families, and when the first bell rings, that's when the holiday season starts. Is what we like to say. And it's pure entertainment from start to finish. And this year we're live on Fox 2. We cannot wait from 6:30 to 9 o'clock.
Yeah, so this is going to be another year on Fox 2, which is really great, especially for those people who maybe are elderly and can't make it out. You can kind of watch, and there's a way for them to donate from their house.
There absolutely is. I mean, this year we've got Venmo, we've got Apple Pay, we've got many other ways to donate as well. And you look, I mean, we all do this for the right reasons, and that's what we try to push across and push across. And we got some tricks up our sleeves again this year. It's not just about the fights. I mean, we show a lot of other things that I can't get into details of exactly what we're going to do, but
secrets.
A lot of good secrets that comes out every year, and it's amazing. When the first bell rings, it's magic.
And this year, the host of this event are names I think almost everybody knows.
Yes, I don't know if it's been all the way revealed, but if you would like to
It's been all the way revealed. We got Joe Buck and Nikki Glaser.
Yes,
That's been all the way revealed.
Yes.
There's commercials running for that now. I think everybody knows those two names.
And by the name of Kelly Chase as well.
Everybody's favorite. I will say that because Kelly Chase is my favorite human. He's a great guy.
Oh, it's never boring with Nikki Glaser and Kelly Chase around, I can tell you that.
I'm going to tell you, I feel like those two together are going to be so much fun just to watch. They can do their own show.
Hopefully they'll be in the booth with Tom Ackerman and myself. So if that happens, I think it's great for TV.
I feel like we haven't really talked about your background. You have a background in this MMA fighting.
I have a background. I mean, I started my whole life, but this isn't really, I've been doing this my whole life. I mean, I own Shamrock FC, and the vice president of Budweiser Guns and Hoses, and I was a professional fighter for many years, for 13 years.
So you know what good fighting's supposed to look like.
I do, but I also know what a good event's supposed to look like as well. So, I mean, I've owned Shamrock FC for 25 years, and we do 350 events we've already done throughout the nation. So this is just part of it. We try just to give back to the community. I do this for nothing except for 100% to give back to first responders.
And I feel like that's everybody that is, working there that evening. They're all doing it for that emotional part to give back. And there are very emotional parts throughout the evening, especially talking about some of those first responders that have been lost over the past year.
Absolutely, and this year we're lucky enough that we only have 2. That's too many. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, 2 is a low number, right? So right. Let's hopefully it sticks at 2 and no more until the show starts.
That's right. But you have these wonderful moments throughout the show. People can kind of come in there, and it is kind of a party atmosphere in the building.
It is. It's like a blues game. I try to explain that to everybody. I mean, it's like a live blues game where there's live entertainment going throughout, and there's also a hockey game going as well. And it's also a lot of like traditions where people have been bringing their kids and their families, and that is what they've been doing. I mean, right now we're sold out of VIP tickets. We're sold out of almost all of the premium seating. We're pretty much sold out, but we do have some general admission left. Limited amounts.
Well, then we probably should tell people how they should get these limited tickets that are available.
Yes, stlgunsandhoses.com. Right now we're less than probably around 1,500 tickets, and by the time this show goes, I mean, there will not be walk up. I mean, we will sell the show out. Like I said, last year we donated $1 million, and we look to do the same this year as well. It's
kind of like every year you want to top it, even if it's just by $1 or $2. You're like, oh, we got $1 million last year. Let's get at least $1.1 million this year.
Hey, I'll give the buck.
There you go.
I'll give the buck. I mean, let's just keep doing what we're doing. And this is so great for St. Louis. I mean, I say this all the time, but like, this is something that St. Louis should be so proud of, because no one else in the country does it the way that we do it. And it shows how much support we get throughout the community as well for first responders.
And there's some other cities throughout the area that are kind of trying to get it to where the Budweiser Guns and Hoses is. So you guys have to be pretty proud of yourselves for that.
Keep trying. I mean that's good, and I think that we're very supportive of that.
Yeah.
Right. We're very supportive of all first responders in the United States. But I also think that we've been doing this for a very long time. We have a great team, and people like yourself and everyone else that is involved. So I think that and if you look around the room, you see who really makes these events happen. It's pretty special, and we're very proud of that here in St. Louis.
Well, it's a super great event, and I know that we were going to tease something, the double header boxing. You are going to have to tease it because I don't think I could tease it without giving it all away.
Sure. So there's something going to be done that's never been done before. I mean, we're going to have, it's basically like tag team wrestling, but you can't just tag in the middle of the ring in the round. We're going to have, the guys are going to compete for 1 minute, and then you're going to come off for a minute. The other guy's going to jump in. The other guy's going to jump in. It's going to be a wild, crazy time.
That sounds so fun to watch.
It's going to be absolutely amazing. I cannot wait for that. We've got mixed martial arts on there as well. We've got pro boxing. We've got just all types of boxing. So it's going to be incredible.
Yeah, you know what? What used to be kind of just a strictly boxing event, and then it's kind of developed over time as people have and what they're into. So there's something for everybody.
There's something for everybody, and I really think that the most important thing is it's a pure entertainment. You walk away with great experiences for the evening and a great way to go into Thanksgiving the next day.
That's right, because like you said in the beginning, holidays don't start until that first bell rings, and then you can participate in your holidays. You can have your Thanksgiving the next day, you can do your Black Friday shopping on Friday, but it starts on Wednesday.
It does, and I will tell you this, it's the fighters are competing for the cause. I would say like 90% of these guys are in there, they've been competing or training for months on end, but they want to win. So I can tell you as a fighter, you don't want to hear it the next day from your family and your friends when you're at the Thanksgiving table and they're still giving you trouble because you have a big black eye or shiner. So, right. And they're still there to fight. So, but they are there for the cause, but at the same time, they are there to win.
But they want to win. And over the past, we have seen some amazing fights over the past years.
Yes, we have. Over the last couple of years, it's been absolutely amazing. I mean, the big heavyweight, the big boys are always really exciting. I mean, it's been, everything's elevated. Like everything. So we just look to continue to bring it to a whole new level and continue to do what we're doing, just do a little bit better every year.
Just kind of take it up every notch every year. We're showing some video from last year's event, which is awesome to see. And of course, Jackie Smith will be there singing Danny Boy per usual, which is kind of one of those things that gets a lot of tears in the house.
It does. I mean, every time you hear Danny Boys, I think that everyone brings back some memories and some tears as well. I mean, what I also think like the opening ceremonies is pretty touching. And I think that we're going to show a lot of that on Fox 2 this year as well. So that is the opening ceremonies is my favorite part of the whole show. I'm a fight guy, but I should say fights, but I think the opening ceremony is always my favorite part.
I love that you say that, but this is a very important thing. We've mentioned Fox 2 a couple times, but we, of course, if you have the ability to, we would love for you to come out to the event. And like you said, there's not that many tickets left. So you might want to get those tickets now because this is happening Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving.
Yes, and I will tell you, listen, tickets will not be on sale the day of the show. We will sell out. I can say that very confidently. So if you do want to get tickets, I highly recommend you go get the tickets sooner than later. I do want to go backwards a little bit and say, I'm a fight guy, right? So I should love the fights.
You do love the fights.
I do. I love the fights, and I call the fights. But at the same time, I love them. But I also love the fact that what the entertainment purpose is of what we do, out there, and just there's something for everybody. And then I say that, and if you haven't been, you should definitely check it out because it's not just if you're a fight person, you're not a fight person. There's something for everybody. There's
entertainment throughout. Lots of interviews happening both live in the arena and also on the television, and they're a little bit different, so kind of mix it up a little bit.
Mix it up, and did I say Nikki Glaser and Kelly Chase? I mean, come on, it's not going to be boring.
It's going to be so fun. I'm so excited about actually both of those people, and of course Joe Buck again as well.
Yes.
I love him to death too, but I think Kelly and Nikki together.
Magic.
Who knows what they're going to say? You really need to come to the event. So let's go through that. Where can those people get those tickets? Where can they help support BackStoppers and Guns N' Hoses in general?
STLgunsandhoses.com, and you can make donations right to Guns N' Hoses, and 100% of everything goes right back to the first responders and BackStoppers.
Everything is on your screen right now for the 36th annual Budweiser Guns N' Hoses. That, of course, is Wednesday, November 22nd. The event starts at 5:30. So it's going to be so fun, but the doors open before that, and we'd love to have people come out and just party with us,
Party with us. Come start the holidays with us. We love it. I mean, I think that, it's always a great evening for St. Louis, and I think it's going to be another amazing event here coming up.
It's going to be perfect. We'd love to see you there. I say we because I also work there. I probably should have full disclosure that in the beginning of the interview, but you now know. So after you follow Budweiser Guns N' Hoses and get your tickets, then make sure you follow us on all our channels. We got Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and of course you can always drop us a line at stltv.net. We want to hear from you. That's going to do it for the Daily Mix, but keep it right here on STL TV and experience St. Louis. I'll see you next time. Now you